Hey guys, it's Katiepie here from Second Chance Pie. This is a really big year for me. 2016 is a huge year because in March, on the 20th of March 2016, it'll be the 5-year anniversary of my crash. My motorbike crash where I broke my neck, my C2, I had a hangman fracture on the C2, and I had 7 broken vertebrae in my back, 7 breaks and 3 vertebrae in my back, so 7 breaks. I had a broken shoulder, a shattered wrist, and I've got a rebuilt leg with metalware in it still, and that's in there permanently. And that year, everything changed. That day, everything changed. Now, it's not just physical, it's been the physical's one thing, and that's the easiest thing for me to adjust to. It's been everything else. So the 5-year anniversary for me this year is a very, very important year. I've been networking recently with a lot of people around the world who are going through different challenges, different hurdles in their lives, and I have supported and kept in touch with a lot of them long term over my journey as well. What I have noticed as a common trend is if they get to that when they get to that 5-year mark and they get through the other side of it, it is amazing the progress that they make past that point. All of a sudden things start to look very different, and all the hard work that you've been putting in for those 5 years, which sometimes can just be so brutal, you lose hope, you lose confidence, you lose yourself, you often wonder who the hell you are, and are you making any progress at all? Everyone else goes, wow, 5 years, that's so long, and your life must be great now. You smile, you nod, you go, yeah, everything's fantastic, thanks for asking. There's only a select few that know that you've been through so many jobs because of wrong situations, desperately trying to earn an income to keep a roof over your head. You've lost the majority of your friends, you've had to put so much energy into giving yourself the confidence again to meet new people. You have done it solo without a partner, you haven't been on dates because you can't afford to, you've had dogs escaping where neighbours are trying to shoot them because of the hours that you've been working away from home, and your pain levels have been through the roof that you feel sicker than you've ever felt in your life, but you hide it from the world and you put on a smile because you're at work and that's what you got to do. So people don't know those details out there, but they're not for those people to know. So there are a select few that do know, and most of those people that do know are the people that have been through it themselves. 1 year mark, you've been focusing on your physical recovery, you've been getting through major hurdles like that, you're perhaps starting to get back to normal pace of life and having to keep up with routine again. That can be so exhausting on its own, but physically it's been the focus. I got PTSD hit really, really hard at the 1 year mark. I thought I was happy, I thought I was doing great, I was laughing and smiling, I was in love, I had huge plans and dreams, and didn't focus on any of the negatives, but I wasn't doing well. I was losing friends, I lost my relationship, I wasn't coping at work, I hadn't obviously been sleeping for the entire year, and I wasn't well. PTSD hit really, really hard. 2 year mark, fighting to go through PTSD. 3 year mark, starting to come through it because you've asked for professional help and you've done your research, you now understand depression, you understand PTSD, you're helping yourself, but you've got professionals helping you too. Brilliant point to get to. Lost my dad at that point. Boom, another hit. You're right there, you're back at square one, you start again. You change jobs, you have a new approach, you need to get back into earning money again to be able to keep up with life. Make a wrong decision. Your confidence takes 10 steps backwards. You're back at square one, you work hard, you get your confidence back up, you try to learn how to laugh again, laugh it off. It's okay, these things happen, right? You lose more friends, more people walk away from you that you care about. You don't understand it, you think you're the same person. Obviously you're not, things are going on, but you're not seeing it from the outside. You make another big decision, takes all your confidence to make that next big decision. Turns out it's the wrong decision. You're not focusing on the right reasons for making these decisions. Confidence, 10 steps back, start again. It's a huge cycle. It's massive. The pressure, the financial pressure of being in an accident that's a major accident can be crippling, can be so crippling and can be completely life-changing. I know a few of my friends, broken neck survivors over in the States, have had to mortgage their house to pay for medical care, and they're in their 70s. The husband who broke his neck, he's in his 70s, and they've had to take out a mortgage on their house to pay for his medical care. He doesn't work, he's a pensioner. Life is very, very, very hard for them moving forward. New Zealand, different story. It's not quite the case. We're very lucky to have ACC in place, but that's if ACC help you and don't screw you over like they screw so many motorcyclists over who pay their levies through the roof. But you lose your career, your drop in income falls right back to what you've been earning when you were 19. You go 12 years backwards, and your expenses are through the roof for medical bills, physiotherapy, rehabilitation, equipment, new beds, pillows, things to help ease your pain, medication, doctor's appointments all the time, scans, x-rays, it's just, it's constant. So your expenses are up, your income's down, the journey is real, the juggle is real, and I don't think it's very different for many people out there going through such major trauma and rebuild. If you've got a great partner or family or support around you, fantastic, that can help, but you still get hit so hard by this. The big one, depression and PTSD, I've just got to say to whoever's watching this out there, if you've been through that, congratulations. You are here, you're watching this video, and I wouldn't wish that illness upon my worst enemy. I would not wish that upon a single other human being out there. It is life-changing. It is completely life-changing. It changes everything within you, within your mind, your heart, your body, your soul. And congratulations, you are here. And that makes me incredibly proud of you, because I know how much courage that has taken. I know how much energy and effort that has taken. But hats off to you. You're here, and you might still be going through it. And believe me, I still am. I might be all smiles on the outside. People might say, "How you doing, Katie?" And I say, "Yeah, great, thanks for asking." "Oh yeah, 5 years, you're back on track, your life's a booming." Yep, great. They don't know any of the shit that goes on in the background, and that's not for them to know. They don't know that I am very consciously keeping an eye on the warning signs for depression and triggers, because they're there. And these huge challenges I'm about to go through again, these life-changing decisions that I am making moving forward, which make me feel sick to my stomach that I have to make them, but I've got to make them because it's my life and I have to move forward. And those are major triggers for this, and sometimes I don't have the confidence to get through it, but I have to, because I'm doing it on my own. I have to get through it. I want my life in a better place, right? It's not where I want it to be. Who's going to change it? Me. So who's going to change your situation? You. So you have the courage, you have the strength, you have the abilities and everything within you to be able to do it. And sometimes you just need the help to be able to find that. I got professional help to try and find that, and it saved my life. And it's helped me to be able to get through these hurdles of my rebuild. So coming up 5 years is an amazing year. I'm buzzing, I'm excited. I will go into detail at a later point about a few things I'm about to go through, but I'm about to go through some pretty big and scary things. But I know I'll get through them, and that is, once I'm through them, then I can focus on some finer things in life. I can focus on some laughter again. I can focus on maybe even dating. You just never know. It'd be really nice to maybe have a couple of dates again. And I have some huge dreams and some huge goals ahead, which I'll be working incredibly hard to make happen. So just watch this space. But if you're going through rehab, if you've broken your neck, if you're early on in your broken neck or your broken back, and you're nowhere near the 5-year mark, don't be daunted by everything you're hearing. Everyone goes through different levels at a different pace. But your journey's not going to be easy. It's not. But you've made it through a broken neck, right? You made it through, you might be in a wheelchair. You made it through that, you're there. That takes strength, that takes courage, which means you can get through the rest. And I promise you can, because I have, not through it yet, I'm getting through it. and the power you can find within yourself can be enormous. It can be huge, and by sharing our stories with each other, people find others to relate to see that others can get through it too, and it gives you a lot of self-belief, a lot of belief in yourself. So yeah, big year ahead, big things happening, and I hope to have some very exciting things to report to you soon. So check in with you soon, guys. Take care out there, and if you're really struggling at the moment, it's okay to be struggling. Just make sure you know how to ask for help when you need it. It's the key thing, is you need to find that courage. It can be the scariest thing you ever do in your entire life, is to put your hand up and say, I need help. I did it, and I've never been so terrified in my life, never been so humiliated in my life, never lost so many friends or contacts in my life by asking for that help. But I am here because I did. That is the only reason I'm still here. So that's my thought for the day, and I will come and ramble on for a bit longer soon. So yeah, happy healing everyone, happy rebuild. We can do this.